So how would you like to find out how over the past month I made $20,000 of some of the easiest revenue I ever have on Amazon FBA? Well, good news. In this video today, I break down the step-by-step approach that I used and how you can too. Let's go. I've built and led multiple seven-figure Amazon brands. Now, I'm setting out to share how I did it, with radically transparent and detailed weekly videos. Join the journey with me and break free. Welcome to Heist. All right, guys, welcome back to Heist, H-E-I-S-T, the YouTube channel where we break down deep dive, tangible, implementable content for how you can grow and scale your Amazon brand. In today's video, I'm going to break down a recent launch that I did just 30 days ago and how that launch generated over $20,000 in revenue with less than $2,000 in ad spend, using one of the easiest to implement, the lowest risk strategies you can execute on Amazon FBA. Let's get cracking first by diving into the numbers where we hold nothing back. We peel the curtain back, we open up the kimono, and you can see the raw numbers and profitability. Let's jump over to my computer. All right, well, let's dig in, starting with Amazon Seller Central, where we can look at some of the sessions and ultimately revenue stats that you all care about. This is, as usual, a no guru zone, so we're dropping nothing but reality with this. So let's show it by kind of breaking this down. So we launched this, I want to say it was like late October. The intention of this was to kind of hit stride, obviously in the month of November and December, which is peak shopping season in general, and certainly for this SKU, which is kind of a Q4 centric SKU. But let's kind of show this. So it's November 1st, 2020 through to November 30th, 2020. It's December 1st today. So we can kind of look at this. So this first one here is the Hero ASIN. The core ASIN. So this variation strategy is about taking a core ASIN and adding a variation to it to generate additional conversion and additional sales. So the Hero ASIN did just about 20,000 sessions. You'll see here, we just kind of run this across. We had north of 1,000 units ordered, a couple B2B orders. The conversion rate was about 5.49%. These products range from about $105, $110 up to $130, depending on the pricing strategy. The original launch price of the variation that we're going to talk about, I think we launched it like, it was like $75, $80, something like that. But steady state, call it 105 to 130. So this is the order of product sales of the key one, which is over 130 grand. You can see the B2B sales, yada, yada, yada. So let's just scroll down one. And this is the one that we actually launched. And this is the last 30 days. Brand spanking new ASIN. Had 4,800 sessions or just north of that. Had 182 units ordered with 5 B2B. Slightly less conversion rate at 3.76%. For drum roll, $20,557.23, just like Michael Jordan's number, and the B2B sales of $554.69. So boom, hardcore data. This is actually from my Seller Central account. So who cares about the top line revenue? Revenue doesn't pay bills. Profits do. So let's flip over to Sellerise, where you can see what these numbers look like in terms of actual in your hand profits. Okay, so for Sellerise, same thing. We'll select the custom range of November 1st to November 30th. This is the Hero ASIN. You'll see here $128,000, net profit of almost 50 G's, total units ordered here, the advertising orders, promos, coupons, and the refunds 28 down here at the bottom. This is the Sellerise app, by the way, guys. I've got a link down below. I use it every single day. Awesome founder, awesome software, really helps me get into the guts of my Amazon business. So if you just hit the info here, you kind of breaks down the sales, costs of goods sold, FBA fees, Amazon fees. Really key, what a lot of people don't talk about is how much advertising did you have to dump into this thing to actually get the revenue, and that has a big impact on profitability. You'll see here $4,000 to generate over $128,000 in revenue. So well less than 4% tacos or total advertising cost of sales. Some promo fees, some refunds, refund rate around like 2-3%, which is pretty normal, and that's the net profit. Here's the one that we care about though, the launch case study, which is the variation that we launched. A little north of 20,000 in sales. You can see the units ordered here, about 19 of those from advertising. Only 3 refunds. Let's just kind of break down net profit here. You can see all the fun stuff. And advertising costs less than $1,700 here. So still well below 10% tacos, which is a clean figure to see. So that's the revenue. That's the profitability. Let's walk this strategy through step by step so you can see how it works, how you can implement it, and let's get rocking. Okay, so this strategy is all around taking a hero ASIN that's already successful and creating a variation, a Trojan variation that you can then ride the coattails of the success of that hero ASIN. So you can take all of the existing traffic, all of the existing reviews, and with very minimal investment, drive additional sales and conversion to the variation. And a variation could be a lot of things. It kind of depends on the category, but typically it's going to be color. It's going to be a different material type, a different size, and even a different quantity. So you can kind of do a multiple or a bundle type concept. So let's map this thing out and see how it works. So first of all, you've got a hero ASIN, right? And the cool thing about a hero ASIN is that it's got existing reviews. You've already spent money to launch it and to dump pay-per-click and to kind of generate that initial momentum and organic ranking. And it's got existing traffic and eyeballs, right? What we're doing is we're going to take that traffic, which is going to come from pay-per-click on this ASIN. You might be running external ads. Okay. And then hopefully you've got some organic rank as well, right? And what you're trying to do is infiltrate that with this new variation. So what's going to happen from this traffic? So you're going to get views on the listing. It's going to convert, CVR. And then you're going to get sales. So all that we're really doing here is creating a Trojan variation. So again, this could be color, could be size, could be quantity. Could be material type. And then what we're going to do with this Trojan variation is we're going to do very targeted pay-per-click. So when 2 variations exist, only one of them can rank for a particular keyword. So they're kind of married up together. So you want to find the longer tail or highly descriptive or highly relevant elements of this Trojan ASIN and then target those. So let's say that you've got a green variation and the new one that you're going to build for your Trojan is blue. I would target very specific blue keywords or longer tail keywords that the hero green ASIN in this case does not rank for. So you don't need to dump a ton of budget and cover multiple keywords for both. I like to hone in and rank and target and dedicate budget to very specific keywords. And then from this effort, you're also going to likely get new organic ranking as well, which is sweet. So here's what's good about this strategy. Number one, you're going to generate new relevant eyeballs on the pay-per-click. You're going to get additional rank, which is going to drive traffic to both. You're also going to get customers that come to the hero ASIN that may not have bought it, but because they see and like something in this new variation that you've created, you're going to save some conversion rate. You'll also tend to see a lot of people buy both of them. So They like the green one, that's why they came there, but they're like, oh crap, you've got a blue one too. I'm gonna buy the blue one as well. So it helps improve conversion rate, it helps improve sales, and it gives you net eyeballs that drive traffic and sales for both variations. So this guy here is gonna drive more views to both listings. It's gonna help improve the conversion rate, and it's gonna help improve the sales. So it's a trifecta of positive things that occur with both ASINs typically with this strategy. And the best part about it is you get more revenue, you get more profit, and you literally need 0 reviews and almost 0 launch, frankly. Because you're working off of this existing traffic up here. So I'm going to show how you can actually set this up within Seller Central really quick and touch on some other methods that you can do to implement this approach for your FBA business. So with this strategy, there's really 3 different ways that you can add a variation. The first is to go in and pretend like you're creating a brand new product, add it into the catalog, and then you can merge them after the fact so that they're both child variations of a parent. The second is if when you set up your original hero ASIN, when you first kind of establish that, if you set that up as a parent-child, you can just go in and create another child variation that kind of companions and links automatically with that. Both those methods are done within Seller Central. The third method is to upload a flat file. Frankly, this is probably the most efficient and typically what you'd want to gravitate towards, especially if you're creating listings all the time. But it can get a little complicated. It has a little bit of risk to it. So I'm not going to dive into that in this video. I'll get into some flat file topics at a later video. So using the first method, if you want to just add a product and merge it later, basically what you want to do is come down to this inventory, add a product. You'll come in here and add a product not sold on Amazon. And then select whatever your category is. I'll just kind of select crafts here, but you're going to want to find the one that's relevant to you. Let's go to this beads. And then it's going to populate this view right here. What you're going to want to do is just go to advanced. I always like to kind of get that going right off the bat. Come to this variations tab at the top. And then you're going to want to create a variation based on color. So let's say again that the green one is our hero, and we're going to merge that later. And this is the blue one that we wanted to create. So I would just add variation here. Scroll down to the bottom, and then you'll see here it's given me a color variation. I'm going to upload my SKU, my product ID. If you're using UPC code or GTIN, you kind of add that here. Create all your conditions and do all the basic setup that you need to activate that ASIN within the Amazon catalog. Then what you're going to want to do is to call up Seller Central. Speak with somebody there. Most can cover it. Every once in a while you get somebody that doesn't know how to do this, in which case you can always ask for somebody on the catalog team. But what you're going to want to do on that phone call is just tell them, hey, I've got a variation that I just created, a new ASIN. I actually want to merge it with an existing product that I didn't originally set up a parent-child relationship. Can you help me do that? And then usually within like 15 to 25 minutes, they can kind of walk you through, and behind the scenes, they will merge those in the catalog, refresh, and you are off to the races. So you do that method if your original hero ASIN, when you created it, did not have a parent. The second option, if you had originally set up a parent-child relationship when you created your hero ASIN, is to come down, go to your inventory, kind of manage inventory or manage FBA inventory, select the ASIN with which you wanted to add the Trojan variation to, and then you're going to kind of get this view here. Same thing, come to the variations tab, and then it's going to tell you what the parent is that particular variation is. So you're going to want to go into the parent, and then you can kind of drag down here, and then you can add a variation. And in this case, it would be adding a color variation. And then you would go through, you would upload all of your UPC information, add your custom photos, all that fun stuff. And then you basically right off the bat have a child variation that's connected to your original hero. Again, the third way that you can do this outside of Seller Central is to use a flat file, which I'll get into in another video. So that's it, guys. A really simple, low cost, easy to execute strategy that has a high probability of delivering more revenue, more margin, more traffic for minimal investment. And as you can see in the simple variation that I unloaded, it added another $20,000 in revenue to us in November alone. And I'm expecting similar performance in the month of December and beyond. Hope it was valuable. If you haven't heard of this strategy before, let me know if you implement it in your own business or if you have other ideas, tips, and tactics specifically as they relate to variations. And until next week, guys, thanks for being here. This is your first time here and you haven't hit the subscribe button. First of all, what the hell are you doing? Second, hit it right now. Cheers, guys. We'll see you next week.